Good morning, adventurers.
Morning.
From San Juan, Puerto Rico. This is our first time in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Actually, we are getting off of the ship today. We are going to do like a walking tour of the old town. So when we do these cruises, we typically like to get off and just explore the cities on our own, but they offer a bunch of excursions, and one of them was a walking tour, which we do those all the time anyway.
Yes, but this one also is a coffee tour, and that sounded really interesting to us. So we're gonna get to taste, I guess, some local coffee. It sounds really yummy.
Yeah.
The weather's a little iffy. We'll see how it goes.
We have ponchos if it starts pouring on us.
Yeah, the cruise gave us ponchos. That's nice of them.
All right, let's go explore Puerto Rico. The first interesting fact that we've learned today is that this building, I think in 1870 something, was the tallest building in the Caribbean.
Yeah, they said the first one with an elevator. It was really impressive.
11 floors.
11 floors. So we just popped into this little cafe called Waffleera to learn about roasting of coffee and all the history of it, and we got to see how they make it here. It's really cool. We did the coffee con leche, which was delicious.
This is how they do their coffee here. They put water in this glass container here and the coffee up there, and then they heat it up and the water goes up there, mixes with the coffee, and then it goes back down filtered. It's very cool. So in case you don't know, Puerto Rico is a territory of the USA. It's about 100 miles east to west.
Right. I think there's a bunch of little islands that comprise Puerto Rico. We're on one of the little ones up north, I believe. She also said that there are 4 million people that live here in Puerto Rico, and there are 3 million cars. It's kind of interesting. Everyone's been really polite so far, though. They get out of your way and they kind of go slow and let you across, but I imagine that can get pretty chaotic. So apparently, pina coladas were invented here in Puerto Rico, and she says right here in this building. I guess we have to get some, right? For historic reasons?
We found our first Puerto Rican kitty cat. Come here, buddy. Where are you going? We're at a pigeon park. Guess why it's called that? I've never seen so many pigeons.
No, and they really just do not care about us at all.
There's so many super colorful buildings all over the city. And our guide told us that if you buy one of these places, then you have to restore it. One of the places was even undergoing, like, she called it an observation. And did she say that was just to make sure it was like sound or something?
Yeah, to make sure that it could be restored instead of having to be torn down.
Yeah. That's really cool though, because they kind of preserve the vibe of the city. It's very nice.
Yeah.
This is the brightest one that I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, that's like hot pink.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, it is incredibly hot outside, and I started to just I couldn't walk, I couldn't stay out in the heat any longer, so we ducked into this bar, and I was like seriously overheating for a minute, so I just had to sit down. They gave me some Puerto Rican beer, but it is about as cold as beer gets.
Oh my God.
So it's cooled me down a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit better, but
Poor guy.
Usually this doesn't happen. Usually I can handle the heat fine, but today...
Well, I think we didn't eat that much for breakfast because we were worried we were going to be late for our tour. And then we've had a lot of very strong coffee.
Yeah, and not a lot of water. That's the problem. But I have a bottle of water here as well, so I'm not just hydrating with beer.
But most importantly, he has a beer.
It has started to rain. The weather's been kind of on and off. This is like the third time that it's rained a little bit. I don't think it's going to last very long. But we are headed to a restaurant that we just kind of stumbled upon online. It gets really good ratings. We kind of have to just take a gamble with it. The main reason we picked it out is because it has like a sampler platter where you can get a bunch of different Puerto Rican dishes. But it had some good reviews that said the food was authentic. So fingers crossed it's actually good.
Since we're only here for one day, for one meal, we figure we'll try to squeeze as much in one meal as we possibly can. And this place has it, so we'll see.
We've made it to the restaurant. I think it's pronounced De Verdura, maybe?
De Verdura?
probably way off. But either way, we were gonna get some pina coladas because those were actually invented here in Puerto Rico, which I did not know until this morning. But they did not have them at this bar, sadly, so we'll have to save them for next time. And believe me, we are coming back for sure. But instead, I got something I've always wanted to try. This is a fresh coconut that she just cut up back in the back of the restaurant and then poured rum in. So it's rum and coconut. There's ice in there that she put in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And what did you get?
I got their rum and then their fresh fruit juice punch. I can't remember. There's a bunch of different kinds, like pineapple juice, I think cherry juice. I can't remember what else is in there, but I think it's gonna be sweet and delicious. But so we didn't get pina coladas, but we got rum drinks, so I think we did okay. That's interesting. It's definitely like a fruity punch juice, but it's almost a little salty. I think there's tamarind juice in there. It's interesting.
Oh wow, there's a lot of juices going on in there.
Yeah,
I really can't pick them all out.
No.
It's all just blended together, but
it's
pretty
good
tasty.
though.
Not as sweet as I thought it would be. Now I'm gonna try my coconut. Oh wow, it's a lot of rum. Damn tasty though. This is excellent because there's no extra added sugar or anything like that, just the natural sugars in the coconut. It is fairly sweet. The rum is pretty strong, but you know, I could argue that's a very good thing. Get my money's worth. Damn good though, very fresh.
All right, the sampler has arrived. We're trying to remember everything that's on it, but we're not 100% sure, but I do know a few things. Starting off with some plantains here. I think they're gonna be the sweet fried ones. And then the rice and beans, which I believe is called arroz con gandules, which is the rice with these little beans in there. We have some pork here. These are little corn fritters. We've got some different kinds of sausages. And then she said this is like a fish fritter that's been also deep fried. Lots of deep fried goodies on here.
We unfortunately don't have that much time because our ship is gonna leave pretty soon. So we're gonna try a couple things on camera that we're most excited about, and then we're just gonna absolutely destroy everything that you see here. What are you gonna try first?
Should I do the fish or the pasteles?
Let's try the fish.
Okay, I'll try it on its own. Although she gave us a bunch of different sauces over here. We have some like sweet, I think it's like mango ketchup, a hot sauce, and a cilantro sauce. I'll try it on its own though. It's actually really thin. I thought it was gonna be really fat, but ooh, it smells like a lot of seasoning. I'm not sure if you're really supposed to eat this with your hand, but it kind of looked like a potato chip, so I'm eating with my hand. It's almost like a hush puppy, but with fish. But I don't know that I would, it's not an overwhelming fishy taste, so I don't know that I would even have known it was in here. I would have thought it was just some seasoning. But you can see there's a lot of like little green stuff in there, some red pepper and stuff. It's got a lot of flavor packed into this little guy. And it's nice and crispy, which I love.
Yeah, I can hear you crunch into it. So we've got a bunch of pork over here that looks really good. That is what I am most excited to try. So I'm gonna grab me a little piece there. Oh, too big. There we go. Perfect bite. It's a really nice piece of pork. It's like a little pork chop. And it kind of disintegrates in your mouth. It's salty. It's got spices all over it. It's almost got like, well, it's got like an oily kind of texture to it. You can see the oil kind of glistening on it, but man, it makes it taste real nice. Should we try the pasteles next?
Yes.
All right.
So, I don't know why, but I thought this was gonna be another deep fried thing, but it is dough, but it's not sweet, and there is a bunch of meat, or there should be some meat inside of there. I think it can have meat or fish. It's also got a bunch of vegetables, but it's in this banana leaf, and that's how it's cooked. Oh man.
Looks real nice.
Everything just, all the seasoning is just amazing. I think there might be a lot of cilantro maybe in this one. Oh, it kind of tastes like a tamale with, this one just tastes mostly like it has a bunch of vegetables in there, like spinach and carrots and peas. I don't know if, I haven't gotten a hunk of meat, but there's probably some meat mixed in there. It's pretty good. It's like, yeah, like a veggie tamale. It's also mushy. I don't know if I love the mushy. I like crunch a little bit better. The flavor's good. Just the texture's a little interesting for me.
I think I'm gonna give these sausages a try next. So this kind of looks like I can't remember exactly what she called this one, but it looks like a blood sausage, which I've always been kind of on the fence about blood sausage. I think there's rice in there. Oh, it's spicy. Ooh, it's got a little kick to it. Spicy in a good way. Oh, that's very nice. It's got like a creamy, minced up kind of texture on the inside. The flavor is really nice. It just tastes just like hot, spicy rice. Oh, wow. Not what I expected at all. It's really good though. So
I think we figured out morcillas. I guess it is. It's a black sausage or blood sausage, pork blood, with rice, salt, cilantro, chili peppers, and garlic.
Well, I tried these little fish guys over here. Those might be the star for me so far. They're really tasty. Good. Yeah, they've got like this just deliciously salty, slightly fishy taste in a good way. It's very good. But we are running out of time, so we are going to dig into everything here and then run back to the boat so they don't leave us ashore.
Yes, please.
We totally forgot to show you guys, this board here is shaped like the mainland, Puerto Rico. That's pretty cool. Our tour guide described it as a pig.
Yeah.
So this is the tail, this is the snout, I guess.
And we're apparently up here where the ear would be.
Yeah.
It's not on here because it's an island, but yep.
Yeah, but we also forgot to say, we were just so hungry and running short on time, but the rice is actually really freaking tasty. It's some of the best rice I've ever had. It's seasoned really well and it's got all the like vegetables and the beans in there. It's very nice.
Good.
That does it for our trip to San Juan. We're gonna head back to the ship and then sail off into the ocean. You can see the pilot boat right below us. The way it works is someone from the port comes out to the ship and helps them navigate through the port, and then he leaves on the pilot boat. That's pretty cool. He's waving at us. That's awesome. So I think that does it for today's adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed exploring San Juan a bit with us. Definitely a place we need to come back to. We just got a little taste of it, but...
Oh, for sure. And maybe next time it won't rain so much so we can be out and about more.
Yeah, but I think we are going to just chill for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, tomorrow we are going to be doing our epic food tour on board.
Yeah, so, we can't wait for that.
Yeah, we're going to have a very light and healthy dinner tonight at the buffet.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back tomorrow showing you everything to eat on board the ship. Good night, adventurers.
We'll see you on the high seas.